In this series you will see an aggressive confrontation between the two clans of Lon and Adler. Dangerous men can take possession of divine providence and destroy this world. Only Mash and his friends can stop them. But will he be able to stand up to the Academy's strongest mages with no magic at all? Will he be able to withstand all the blows from his enemies and stay on his feet? That's what we're about to find out. After completing the final test with the scorpions in the dark forest, Mash gets his first gold coin. Lance warns Mash that they are now in the middle of a real clan war at the Academy. One of the clans is very strong and you should never even get caught by them. Because they can just take away a guy's well-deserved awards. Well, time passed and the mouse completely forgot about the warning of his friend. He walked through the Academy, got lost, and accidentally wandered into the office where the very dangerous clan was located. The headquarters of the 7 magical fangs. When the guy went inside, he accidentally ripped the door open, as he had forgotten which way it opened. From the get-go, he saw a strange picture of the head member of the clan holding a doll and talking to it. This confused the boy and he admonished the ringleader. Abel immediately recognized the stranger as the same freshman who had managed to get the gold medal. Then he asked the usual question. What does Mash want to become a divine conductor and the best in this academy for? To which he received the same usual answer, the guy just wants to live in peace with his family. That's all great, of course. But Mash seems misguided. He's a little confused about the meaning of divine conduction. And then Abel explained to him that the best magicians are worthy of this title, sculptors who create creations out of energy in this life. It requires tremendous effort and talents, including magical ones. But he doesn't sense any magical energy in the boy, nor does he see any potential in him. Then Mash asks the ringleader a counter question. What does he need divine conduction for? To which he replied that he wanted to return the world to its original state, as it should be in its essence. All life in the world, the strongest have survived and devoured the weakest. This has always been the case, and civilization and human evolution evolved because of it. But what do we see now? Now it's all gone, and now the strong protect the weak, allowing them to exist on this earth. Although, in theory, they are not worthy of it. Because they couldn't go through the trials of life on their own. This is wrong. By nature, man is a wild animal. The weak are made to obey the strong. And those who cannot even do this must die. They are unworthy of existence in nature. Their role is to provide a comfortable environment for strong predators such as this clan. After listening to this insightful speech, Mash concluded that it seems Abel wants the same quiet life as he does. Since Mash got into this lair, he would need something to pay the more powerful wizards to get out of it alive and unharmed. Like the gold coin he'd managed to get at the trial not long ago. The boy did not like these terms and refused the offer. This made Abel very angry. After all, no one dares to cross him. So he revived one of his puppets and used magic to send it straight to Mash. But thanks to the guy's quick reaction time, he was able to track the moment. And with one of his tricks, he smashed the puppet to pieces. In doing so, he sort of defied Abel. Then he turned the lively jester upon him. He was larger and stronger than the last puppet. With his strength he was able to grasp the boy's hands and hold them still. This puppet was even able to snatch a gold coin from the guy and throw it to his boss. Then tossed the guy himself and threw him into the wall, with such power that dust rose everywhere. But Mash's willpower could not be broken so easily. He rose to his feet and was not about to walk away. On his way to the clown, he accidentally stepped on one of Abel's puppets and nearly crushed his head. The puppet turned into one of the disciples, whom Mash simply could not leave in such distress. He picked him up and decided to take him to the infirmary to get him the help he needed. But as he left, he promised to come back, and not just come back, but to defeat Abel. Now this isn't just a harmless skirmish between two boys. This is a real war that will lead to the victory of one of them. When Mash left, Abel pondered his behavior in thought. Then he noticed an interesting thing. He looked closely at his scamp and saw that he was missing one button on his blouse. Then he decided to look at the coin he had stolen from Mash. He couldn't have been more surprised to find the very button of his own puppet in his hand instead of the coin. It turns out that during the time when the puppet took his gold coin from Mash and threw it to Abel, the guy reacted quickly and ripped one of her buttons off her blouse, which he spat at the flying coin and knocked it down. Afterwards, he breathed air into his lungs with such force that he sucked the coin into his mouth. The guy Mash picked up turned out to be Silva, the same bully who had threatened him and had a whole duel in the woods. He woke up in the infirmary and was surprised by his rescue. He didn't have to be surprised for long, because right away he saw a guy practicing and seemed to get the hang of it. Meanwhile, in the Adler dormitory, in room 302, there were two rivals opposite each other, Lance and Dot. They were clearly unhappy with each other. But Finn, whose room they had invaded, seemed the most annoyed. Dot couldn't stand the kind of wussy hotties that Lance was. Lance, meanwhile, hated guys as aggressive and hot-tempered as Dot. So it was that the tension in the room hung over their debates, and it was building by the minute. At the most critical moment, when a fight was unavoidable, Mash burst into the room and stopped what was going on. Surprisingly, even though Dot was acting like a typical bully, he didn't come to his friend's house empty-handed. He brought his favorite herbal tea. It would be time to make a plan on how the newly formed team of friends to earn more coins. Suddenly, emotional Lemon runs through the open door. She calls the boys over to show them the magical scales she saw at the academy. These scales show in real time how many coins the dormitory students have collected. Right now, the Lawn clan is in the lead by a very wide margin. Adler, on the other hand, has only one coin, earned by Mash. This sinister clan cannot be allowed to win so that one of them can acquire divine providence. Then disaster would ensue. Everyone who could stop the members of this clan is either no longer in the academy or is busy doing something else. It turns out that the only people who can stop the tragedy are the team of young friends. Because Mash hit a teacher in one of his outbursts of justice, he was punished with several days of cleaning the owl house. Lance came to his friend's rescue, just in case. Just in case members of the Lawn clan found out about Mash's whereabouts and wanted to take the gold coin from him. Their worries were well-founded, and soon two of the Lawn clan came to the boys' owl house. They were aggressive and put up a real fight. In addition to protecting themselves and fighting off the magical blows of their opponents, they also had to take care of the safety of owls that could be hit by a magical wave. Despite the strongest moves that the opponents were trying to make, Lance easily repelled the blows. At the same time, another underwater battle was taking place. Between a shark, it was one of the clan members, and Mash. All battles were stopped by a certain unknown man in a cloak, on whom Lance's magic had no effect. Nor could he be struck by Mash's powerful blow. This man was clearly stronger than the minions he had come for. He took them and disappeared.